Good morning. You may notice that you're at a different angle now, and also that the quality probably is different. It looks better, at least on the screen to me. Um, yeah, my phone did the same thing last night, and to kind of make it worse, I woke up and I turned it on, and I'm like, why is it at 57%? Like, it wouldn't turn on for a minute or two, and then it turned on. And instead of just leaving it on and putting it in my pocket, I turned it I left it on and then I just plugged it into the battery bank and it bricked itself. I woke up. I don't know, man. I maybe slept 9 hours, but like at least an hour and a half of that was just like me waking up, just like trying to fiddle with the phone and screw with the phone. So it was a pretty miserable night. I kept waking up and I'm like, dude, it's still dark out. Like, what do you mean it's still dark out? Like, why is it dark out? Because I knew if my phone was broke, I couldn't do anything till at least 8 or 9. So I was hoping my phone would fix itself. I still assume that it will fix itself and turn on so that I can get those pictures off of it at some point. But um, yeah, I don't know. Like not having a phone that works if the police were to come up to harass me, like I'd love to have that on video because I might actually be able to do something with it. You know what I mean? Like it hasn't happened. The police haven't really harassed me other than to sit near me or sit behind me and stuff. Other than the one sheriff that kind of asked me stupid questions, but then I didn't really. He woke me up while I was asleep, and I didn't really answer any questions, and he kind of just left. But if I was to be harassed out of, having to move or do anything like that, I'd love to catch that on camera because, like, I'd love nothing more than to sue someone and to have, a house. Like, I don't care how I get it. Like, yeah, I don't know. Morals are a thing, man. Right? But yeah. For $10,000, I think I'd suck a dick. I mean, I don't think I even got to think about it. I'm kind of just like, well, it's one dick. Who cares? And people might be like, well, you don't have self-respect for yourself or whatever stupid things people might say. But the fact is, you're not sitting in a Lowe's parking lot in like 37, 38-degree weather, like kind of almost shivering. You know what I mean? Like you're not here. You're not in the factory risking death every day. Like you're not there. You know what I mean? Like the things that I would do for money would scare people. Like it would scare people because I'm not really super right in the head, and the things that I would be capable of if I decided to do something would be scary. Like I'd be a scary person. Like for $1 million, like I'd make anyone dispirited. Yeah. I don't know. It's just like when you live a certain way and you have a certain level of hardship, you can kind of understand why people would just end your life for $5,000. Like you can see it and you can get it, especially in impoverished countries and things where like that amount of money is a real amount of money. So yeah, I don't know. It's a little dark, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just depressed and tired of living in the car, and I'd pretty much do anything that wouldn't get me thrown in jail to get out of it. You know, yeah, pretty much that. You know, and I have ideas and things that I could do to make crazy amounts of money, like thousands of dollars a day, but they're all illegal. And I don't want to go to jail. Jail's not worth. So I went to juvie, and kind of my thought process on the whole thing is like, jail is about $5,000 a day, because I think that's what you would give to not be there, right? Like that's what it would have to be worth. Like each day in jail that you would spend would have to be worth $5,000. And I've told this to a few different people who've like asked me for anything or talked about anything, and I'm like, yeah, it has to be like $5,000 a day because I'm literally, if I'm committing crimes, I'm only gonna commit crimes for a year or so, and then we're done. We're done. You know what I mean? Like I'm out. Like I it's yeah. It'd be a never ending thing if you don't let it end. So you just have to know when to walk away. It's another reason that I'm not in jail now, is because when I used to sell drugs, I just decided I'm tired and I walked away. So, yeah, that's why I'm not in jail. There's a lot of reasons I'm not in jail. It includes that I'm white, that I grew up in the South, that yeah, there's a lot of reasons actually. More so than just I was smart about myself, because I wasn't. There were a lot of times I did a lot of dumb things, but you know, it's like I've said it 9 million times over my lifetime. I have a lucky rabbit's foot in my butt. I have terrible circumstances and horrible things happen to me, and I've seen some of the worst things that you can ever see in life. But somehow, some way, I like weasel out of situations where you're like, "Oh, dude, you're done. Like it's over," and I'm just like, "Nope, nope, that's up." Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a ranty thing. It wasn't an expected thing. I didn't come on here and really talk about anything. I kind of was just like, new phone. It had to be done. I didn't have a choice. My phone bricked itself again. I can't even take a shower without my phone. I returned that phone yesterday. Same girl that I returned it to, she's really nice today. It took her about 30 minutes to lock down where this phone was and get it back to me. Because I was like, I was like, it worked perfectly. It was just some old dude's phone. And I asked her, I'm like, do they prorate the phones or something? Because the phones were $30 more than they were yesterday. So after she finally found the phone for me, I paid the same price I paid yesterday, $230, versus it was $262 today. But then the Pixel 7 Pros were $100 cheaper than they were yesterday, or $200 cheaper. It's some weirdness. I don't know. And it obviously I've been stoned as can be. So maybe some of it's on me. I don't know. But for sure the phone was $234 yesterday, the receipt for it. But she gave it to me. She was like, yeah, she gave it to me for the same price, which I was thankful for. You know. Because that's the price of a case essentially. I'm gonna get the pink OtterBox for this thing because it's $37 instead of $55 or whatever, and it looks like lavender to me, and I love purple. I don't care. You know what I mean? But if I buy a new phone, the last phone that I bought new, this one, I mean, it's used but new, whatever. The last phone I bought new was the Razer phone for $600, and it was in like 2018, and it was just an absolute turd in every single way. It just would overheat when you play PUBG Mobile. It was just a turd, two turds. And then on top of it, just to like rub salt in the wound, like 2 weeks after I bought it, it went on sale for like $2.99 or $3.99 instead of like $5.99, $6.99. And then they came out with a Razer Phone 2, like, I don't know, within 6 months of that. So it just, yeah, I really shot myself in the foot on that, because the Razer Phone 1 was horrible. I still have it, but it's so bad. Like in an emergency situation with my Pixel 3 XL being broken like that, I literally would have had to like find a way to rip the SIM out of my Pixel 3, which I don't think I have it. I might have a tool, but I don't know where that's at. So I just had to figure out a way to rip the SIM card out of my Pixel 3 and then jam it into my Razer phone. It's probably got charge in it. Hopefully the dead parts on the screen aren't the parts that I would need in an emergency situation. You know what I mean? Like that's literally what I would have to do if anything were to have happened. So, you know, out the door with a case for like 280, and my phone was a complete piece of crap even before it was doing the goofy stuff where it won't turn on now. So, I don't know. It's not what I want. It's kind of a small phone. I said that yesterday in the video when I bought this same phone and then returned it and everything else. I really like a 6 Pro or a 7 Pro, and that's what I was gonna probably try and wait. I was hoping there would be deals like Christmas for one of the two. Like I'd take either. Well, I'd take the 6 for like 300 or 400, and I'd take the 7 for like 500 probably 600 maybe. I would have just bought it in cash off Amazon Unlocked. But yeah, with my phone screwing up that bad, it could really leave me in like it could kill me. Like it's almost it's kind of an exaggeration, but it could literally strand me on the side of the road and I could freeze to death because I don't have a phone and I have no way to call anyone. It could be bad. Like it could legitimately be bad. And also, I'm completely addicted to the online world and watching YouTube and everything. Because without my phone, I literally told the girl at the desk, I'm like, yeah, I almost could be dead. Because I don't have a television, I don't have a computer, I don't have anything. Like it all is on this phone. You know what I mean? Everything that you would need to live in the modern day revolves around this phone. So I just had to get a new one. Like the inconvenience of my phone being broken last night when I woke up and just like it's broken and I'm screwing with it and I'm getting a crappy night's sleep over it and everything else. It was almost worth $300 to just stop having this headache, dude. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, got a new phone. I'm gonna have to wait and be careful with it for like a week. The girl who helped me at the front desk, she was like real nice. She had like tattoos and like a nose ring and stuff. And I was kind of flirt with her because I don't know, whatever. But I got my phone for the right price. You know what I mean? So it's like you gotta know when to hold them and when to fold. She's like, "Oh, do you want to sign up for the gift card?" I'm like, "No, I'm mentally ill. If I sign up for things, I sometimes forget to, to turn them off, or not even. I don't forget to turn them off. The anxiety or the anxiety of something. I don't know. I'd rather have the anxiety for 6 months to a year of not paying something and knowing that I'm like wasting my money than to just call someone right then and there and be like, hey, I need to turn this off. And the thing is if when I first have the thought, when I'm first like, I have this membership, if I immediately just call and bust it out and do it, it's good. Like we're done, you know what I mean? But that's not usually how I roll. I usually like put things off and then they get put off into being never done, sadly. Which is the same reason for pretty much everything, including why I don't have a GED and including why I don't have a million things. My GED thing is kind of also like I have the worst memory. I have a memory of like a pissant, so yeah. I don't know, the front desk girl there was kind of nice and she was very helpful and I appreciated it. So, again, one of the few times I've been into a Best Buy and just had a really good experience. Nobody bothered me. Nobody was like, yo, you want to buy this or whatever. I just went in and did what I needed to do. And the girl was real helpful. And I got this new phone, and yeah, I don't know. It's not what I wanted. I didn't want to spend $300 on this weekend off or whatever, but what are you gonna do, man? Like, life gives you lemons. Thank God you have enough money to get the sugar and the pitcher, and you could make lemonade out of it, right? Otherwise, you would be screwed. You just have lemon juice in your eyes at all times. Sorry, man. I'm hyped up, dude. Like, it's been a real frustrating weekend for me. It's pretty much just been me, like, jerking with this phone. But, yeah. Money solved the problem. Can't wait for money to solve the house problem. It's gonna be the strangest transition for me to go from living in my car and having like feeling like I have nothing to lose to like having a home and a place. I was thinking about it the other day, dude. I was like, I might sleep in the driveway for the first night, which I won't. That's so OD. But yeah, man, it's just I can't wait, man. I If I'm alive in 10 or 15 years, like I am gonna be so vastly different. My life is gonna be so vastly different, and it has to be. Because if it's not, there's no way that it continues. You know what I mean? Like I can't wait to make everything better for myself. And the only way I can do that is if I hold down a job and I keep myself on the right track. So I just keep trying, man. I've been trying for 6 years. I'm trying myself until my eyes pop out of my head. And we'll just keep trying. I think we're finally on a path where if I can just lock it down and I can focus up and I can like keep my stuff together and my car runs in, if my car holds it together for the next year, and I've asked my car to hold it together like, oh, I'll do just 6 months more, 6 months more. And I've asked my car this probably 5 times. So my car owes me nothing. It has went, uh, to the end of the world back, like for me. So it doesn't owe me anything. I don't feel if it were to break right now, I'd be real sad and it would put me in a real bad spot, but it wouldn't be the car's fault. It would be my fault for not putting enough money into the car and for driving it so rough, as a teenager and as I grew up with this car. That would be the only thing to blame. So, yeah, I don't know. This is my homie Deadeye. I know we're kind of just like popping around, but yeah, it's my homie Deadeye. Because you gotta sit on the dash on top of a Tybini baby. I tried to figure out different like angles and stuff for you, and there was another angle where you were like super low under the wheel on like a lap desk, but I didn't like that, so we're gonna do the dashboard thing for now. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna eat here soon, because of the phone thing and just how everything's been kind of shaken out. I'm gonna work on like half rations or something for as much as possible, or just the most budget thing I can do for food for the next few weeks, just to make up the phone cost. Even though if I literally just work 6 days, I could pretty much just buy a brand new Pixel 7 Pro in cash. So dumb, man. I don't know. Why am I so weak? Why am I so frail? Why do I don't know. Why do things hurt so much? Why do things have to be so hard? Maybe it's to make me who I'm supposed to be. Yeah, but that's not good. I feel like I've turned into an asshole in comparison to who I used to be. I have so much more character. I was thinking about it yesterday too. I have so much more character than when I started, right? Like when I started, I don't know, wear like Walmart t-shirt. I love my boy Asmon. He's easily my favorite, like WoW streamer, whatever you want to call it. He's easily one of my favorite online personalities of all time, right? Love that guy. I was watching him before he was big, because he was just funny, dude. Like I'd see his clips and stuff. But yeah, I used to just dress in like whatever Walmart thing I could get, and now I dress nice. I take better care of myself than I used to. I don't know. I try and my anxiety's better. I'm not as nice as I used to be. I'm not as polite as I used to be. I'm not a lot of things. I'm kind of just like everyone's in my way at this point, and I just got stuff to do. I don't know. I don't know, man. Maybe who knows, man. In 5 years and 10 years, I could be so different. I could be so different. That's what I thought 10 years ago or 5 years ago before, and turns out I end up being the same person. But you know, I don't know. There has to be growth, right? Like if there's not growth, then there's not a point to things. So I'm gonna continue to try and better myself and just continue on the path. As long as my car holds me down, I'm gonna hold it down by not quitting this job. I don't care how many pods I gotta go through. I don't really care. I was thinking about it yesterday. I was like, dude, I might just go take a trip like right now. Before I can even get the oil change, I'll just bang. Feel like good. I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about those because I'll get those I don't know. And then I break down 9 hours away. All types of stuff could happen. My life is vastly more complicated than I think most people would assume. But yeah. I hope everyone has a great day. My phone still has to download 9 million things. I set it up a little bit. Still has to download everything because my other phone won't turn on, so I couldn't transfer anything. The only thing I even care about on that phone is pictures. I have to retake pictures of my licenses and different things now with this new phone, and I want to order a new case, but I gotta wait till my banking app's installed and I can see exactly how much money I got, because I spent $254 yesterday and then I returned it, and then I doubt that money was credited back, and then I spent $254 again today. So I kind of want to see what the banking stuff is looking like right this second. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna work on that for the day. My whole weekend was pretty much shot on this whole phone thing. I didn't play the Steam Deck like I wanted to or thought I would. There's an update for Baroni, where the text won't be all blurry and you'll be able to play it on the Steam Deck, which is kind of sick because I've been watching Tomato play Baroni. It's a fun game, man. It's very D&D style. It's pretty dope. Yeah, I hope everyone has an amazing day, an awesome day, a better day than me. Um, yeah, Merry Christmas. Yeah. See you guys. Homeless guy out. Hopefully the video looks better. I don't know if the sound quality is gonna be better. I'm about to watch it back here in a second and find out. But either way, this is my new phone. Until it breaks apart, I get another one. See you guys.